Over there is the former fire station, police station, GP surgery and library. Completely demolished after about, I think it went up in the 60s. You might have guessed that I'm not actually in England. I'm in my hometown. And I'm on the Ridley Phoenix Classic. Heading out in the Great Whitley direction. This is Stourport-on-Severn. Basins over there, and this is my first ride since the 2nd of November in Lycra. Today's the 27th, look, and I went out on Christmas Eve just to test the bike, and this is my first Lycra ride. And it's also my first ride with the gloves on. Rivers are high but not flooded. This is the way I would cycle to Wales, one of them. I've not really seen much of this though before. That's the new Doctors that replaces the one that's been demolished. There's the potholes that you notice on the carbon bike. We're heading up to. We're going to Astley today because I've not been there for 4 years. So I'll head up to Astley and we'll speak in a bit. On a normal day you can see Shaver's End Quarry from there, but not today. I'm heading to Astley Church. I shan't stop at the church, but just keep going. I can hear a main road somewhere. But yes, it's a rough, muddy day, and my only bike's got no mud guards and it's bright white, so, or it was. Yeah, that must be the B road. I'm down at Astley Mill. You can see it there. It's not a mill anymore, but a nice house. That's the sluice, and the overflow at the side isn't flowing, so you can see how high the water has been. I came down very gingerly, and I'll be going up very slowly because my ankle's still hurting. I just said all this on the GoPro, but I don't think it's working because it won't switch. It switched itself off and now it won't switch back on. And that there's Dick Brook. It's one of the tributaries of the River Severn. It flows, has its source up by Shaver's End, through Astley and then through Shrawley and then into the River Severn. It's not very long. So I can feel my ankle aching a bit, so I'm not inclined to do too much. But the Ridley's going alright. And I'm getting a muddy behind off the lack of mudguard. Look, you can see it on the Ridley there. So plod up the hill and keep going around the lanes. Not going too far today. I'm parked opposite the former police station at Great Whitley. There it is. That was it, and that was it. And then over there, and then behind that is the old courthouse. And there used to be a sort of building there, offices and stuff. So, and connection with that is where my grandfather used to live, in that house there. He was the last sergeant before they shut the police station in the 80s, 90s. I'll ask my dad what the date was. Great Whitley Village is over there. I'm heading off to the churchyard, and then we'll be going up and round, up that way, and then see if I can have a view down from the back. But so the village centre's that way. Right. And the church and court's that way. There's a chap out for a jog. You look a bit familiar. Don't know. Anyway, we'll press on. Let's come up to the orchard at the back of the former police station. There's that's where it is at the back there. That's the tunnel bridleway up the hill. It's full of field fares. Listen to that. And I'd imagine there's some other thrushes in there as well, like redwings and blackbirds. I don't think I've heard a flock as big as that before. There they are. Can't see them, it's too misty, but they're in there. That might be one there. There it goes. Or it might be one of the other thrushes. We'll just stop and listen to them for a minute. They're after the apples, look. No, lovely sound. Over there is a former farm shop, and that used to feel like miles when I was a child going there. That's shut now. Just to walk down there onto the farm shop and back. No, listen to that though, that's a treat. Alright, we'll press on a bit. You can't really tell, but that's a nice kestrel on the way to Wichenford. I'll take a picture and see if I can enhance it. It's still very, very misty. It was on this branch here, but it's obviously doesn't like to be too close to people. I just met a bloke, Jamie his name was, rode with him for a bit down to Martley. I wasn't expecting to go that far, but I'm on my way back now because the distance is enough for me. We were chatting about things. We ended up going to the same school but a few years apart. And we're looking now for Wichenford Dovecote, which I've been to before, but I don't know if it's here. I think it might be. That's interesting, that is. Are you going to overtake? Yeah. Oh, there's past him. Well, he passed me before. But Dovecote's down here. There's Wichenford Dovecote. I'll have to look up how old it is, but it's a very important, would have been a very important part of the local goings on of the community, being a source for food and this is where the entrance door is if I've walked past it. Is that one? There it is. The little where the pigeons went. been something going on in there. There's all like bits of paper stuck in the pigeon loft. And then up there is a bit of lighting and access. Many centuries old, I would imagine. This would have been a rich estate at one time. You've got the barn there, barns, the big house over there, the pond. That smells like it's still got some pigeons in it. It's quite an extensive complex. Quite far out from the village itself, the modern houses. That's Wichenford Dovecote, and we'll head through the village itself in a second. There's Wichenford Church, also a bit of a way out of where the village is now. The villages move around with plagues and, well, mostly just because of the plagues really, and the odd war perhaps. I mean that over centuries, not decade by decade obviously. But so that's Wichenford Dovecote. This is the road between Martley and Holtheath pretty much. And we're heading back towards Stourport that way. And I'm starting to get cold and a bit cold and shivery. That's the direction of Holt. And there's some flurry of traffic, but there was a clattering again of, well, clacky. Chuckling. I don't know if that's the right collective noun for field fares, but that's how it does sound really. They are over there somewhere. And there's lots of blackbirds about as well. You'd be lucky to tell the difference in this weather though. You can see them flying around, and there's the odd starling about as well. But the starlings especially love the fields, and then the blackbirds and all the thrushes, they like more the trees like this and the berries. Quite a lot in the top of that tree. You can't see them there. We just stopped. This is Pearl. Well, up there is Pearl Lane Crossroads. You can't see it yet. Big, massive new housing estate going up. You can see them building there. Yes, and there's a new one. Oh, there's two new ones finished, and then there's a second one, which I filmed earlier on. Blimey, that's going to be rather big. You're going up to the main road, causing some annoyance in the town because here is the county boundary, so that's Wyre Forest District Council, and then this side of the road is Malvern Hills District Council. So there, Malvern Hills District Council, which will be using Wyre Forest schools and doctor's surgery and all that. So there's been a lot of protest about this being built here, but it's being done now. And it looks also like it's brightening up in the sky. I've just blasted back from Holt Heath to the Stourport boundary sign in 15 minutes and 6 seconds roughly. I'm trying to go under 15, but that's good time for me for being injured and not fit. I know I've done it, so I'm going to ease back into town. I'll go back down there through the estate, back down Harley King's Hill, and back into Stourport. Oh, I'm worn out now. And we've done 27 miles, so that's enough for me. This is my old school here. Looking rather grey and miserable. It's been a grey and miserable day. But a good ride. I'm pleased with how I went up to Shrawley, but it's worn me out for the rest of it. I might be fit enough Sunday for the club ride. I'll have a go on that. Yeah, blimey. It's getting busy now. But I think more people live around here than what I'm used to, or when I left. So, yeah, it's a cold, damp day. But it's nice to get out and get back into it. My ankle wasn't too bad, so it's just nice to get out. And see how I got on. So pleased with how I've done, but I'm not pushing it yet. Just very much out of fitness at the moment. So with that, I'll say thank you for watching, and until next time, cheerio. And my hand's stuck in that position, I think.